Hi, everyone. This is Phil from OneModel. And we spend a lot of time here talking about how to connect data from big systems like Workday, SuccessFactors, Oracle. And of course, we handle that very well. But another question that usually comes up right after that is, what if we have some supplemental data coming from, say, just a spreadsheet? It's important to our analysis, and we want to load that in and connect it with the data that's coming from these other systems. This can be important, particularly if you're tracking against a headcount plan, or if you have recruiting targets that you're maintaining separately. You want to bring that in and you want to show it alongside your other metrics so your team can see how they're performing. You also want to have a process to update that back into OneModel in case things change as you go through time. So if you look at this view right now, we have a headcount projection that's going on. We can see how our headcount is changing in the view in the upper right. And what we want to do is add in some additional perspective, and that's going to come from a spreadsheet. So here's our spreadsheet. And this is a really simple example, but again, when you load in supplemental data like this, sometimes it is a very simple additional piece of data that's going to make all the difference. So we make that easy in OneModel. Here's my spreadsheet. And back in the system, what I'm going to do is go to my data menu. And I'll pull open our sources so you can get a sense of how we bring that data in. So here in OneModel, we have all of the different sources. Again, core HR, recruiting, performance survey, those could all be coming in here. But what we've also set up is a place where we can import a few spreadsheets coming from the finance team. In this case, we can see some location, earnings data, and of course, we can see those target headcounts that we were just looking at. Okay, so back to our headcount projection. Let's add in that headcount line so we can see how we're doing against our plan. I'm going to explore this view. And now here in the Explore tool, I have the data coming in from the finance team. That's become part of my data model. And now all I have to do is click add in that target headcount number. The other thing I'm going to do quickly is just make it align so that it lines up with everything else. Here we go. We'll rerun that, and now we can see, for perspective, how my headcount is trending against where I'm trying to go, my plan. My plan is now shown in that green line. The line is straight in this case. It could be dynamic, it could change over time, and that's perfectly fine. And if you had keen eyes, you may have noticed that we didn't just load in a static number. We actually had target headcounts that were different for each location. And so again, thanks to OneModel, we can align all of those dimensions and now allow you to say not just how are things going overall, but maybe my user wants to come in and understand for headcount, how are things looking by location? For example, say just in Texas. As soon as I add that filter and rerun it, everything updates. Everything's joined together, and now I can see how the team in Texas is doing relative to their headcount. What often happens with some of these strategic planning processes is that the strategy happens at the beginning of the year, and then unfortunately it gets forgotten as you go into operational mode during the rest of the year. By setting up a process like this in OneModel, you're able to keep track of how you're trending against that plan as time goes on, and of course, take action and intervene when you need to. Again, if you find yourself and you have data in different systems, and those systems are large, small, spreadsheets, full HRIS systems, come and talk to us, because the power for you is going to come in bringing all of that data together, seeing connected insights, and getting everything aligned. And check us out at OneModel or something.